Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Listen, guys, I've made in the past few weeks a couple of videos about Umar Johnson, and I got some flack for it, and I got some positive comments too. I spoke my mind and no reason to go back into it. I discussed the differences I have with the man, but I got to be honest with you guys. He was right. He uploaded a video today that came across my search bar that I looked at when he was talking about the problems he had with Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Part 2. And I got to get a man his due. So if you listening, Dr. Umar, I got to give you your props. You was dead on with most of the stuff you said in that video. And I seen the movie when it first came out, and I wasn't feeling it. But I mean, as far as making a video about it, I never did. But what spurred me to make a video today is two reasons. One, I got to get a man his props. He was dead on what he said. And I'm talking about Dr. Umar Johnson. I felt a lot of what he said. And number two, I want to get my side of why I didn't like it personally. And it lines up with a lot of what he said. But, it's somebody that really into Marvel and stuff like that back in the day. I just figured I'd talk about it, so let's get into it. First thing he said in his video was Namor was Mexican. He had a problem with him being Mexican and saying that, why did he have to be Mexican when Submariner, who is really who Namor is, Submariner is who the character is supposed to be, in case a lot of you don't know. Now, a little bit of background of why I didn't like. Now, I'm going to go back to what he said about him being Mexican. And he didn't like the idea that the Mexicans was beating the black folk up and all this other stuff. My thing is this. Submariner is supposed to be half white, half human, and half Atlantean. Supposedly, the way the story goes in the comic book, it was some explorers or researchers in Antarctica, and they found Atlantis, which was supposed to be in the water in Antarctica. He falls in love with an Atlantean, a female Atlantean. She conceives. He supposedly gets killed when the Atlanteans find him. Thus, Submariner is born underwater. Now, Submariner or Namor, I don't want to say Namor because that's the character they created. Submariner is half human and half Atlantean. Now, he was born with fair skin. The comic book even shows you and tells you, right? So I have an issue with, I don't understand why he was Hispanic. And that's the big thing with that. And I'm like, it made me think, why would they make him like that? Why would you make him? And then, when you look at the movie, yeah, they was drilling down in near Mexico in the Gulf or whatever. And the vibranium was discovered. And then he came out and killed the intruders. My thing is, why wouldn't they have came and killed them before? Because they've been down there for a while to be getting that deep. They had to be watching them. They could have wiped them out then. And I just don't understand that part. And then another part that's messing me up is the thing with Wakanda was supposed to, I think this movie totally trashed the first one. Wakanda was supposed to be the place where vibranium was at. They're the only people in the world that's supposed to have vibranium, right? That's what made them special. That's what made them have all that technology. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, now somebody else got vibranium. The Aztecs had it. Or Namor's people had it. Now, I don't understand why they were called Tulacans, right? Now, Tulacan is a mythical place. It's like a paradise for people that drowned. They're supposed to go there in Mexican culture or Aztec culture. I don't understand how you take the whole thing. A lot of people talk about Black Panther, his replacement. But my thing is the replacement of Namor too. Of Submariner too. He looked like a white dude. You just totally took his character and took it to something else. because you wanted to put the movie a certain way. I wasn't feeling that. I'm like, I ain't never really seen them do that in none of the other Marvel films. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, he get discovered. Then he like, okay, listen. He wiping out people to protect where he from. Right? In the movie, he go to her, the queen, and he tell the queen, listen, he come across the queen, and he tells her, listen, don't tell nobody that you seen me, and don't tell nobody, because I think he felt commonality with her, meaning we both have civilizations that's hidden from other people. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it that way. That's all well and good. But for them to go from, they could have used the Atlantic, like the Atlantis. They could have still been Atlantean people. I don't know why they changed them to Tulacan and made them like underwater Aztecs. And I'm like, I don't understand that shit. And then it's like the Prince T'Challa thing. Like he said, man, look, man. His sister is a tech nerd. Now all of a sudden she turned into Black Panther. Time passed because he died in real life. Chadwick Boseman died in real life. You could have made up any kind of scenario where it was a younger child or a teenage kid or a young man that took over for him and played that role. Black Panther's a man. You know, it ain't no disrespect to women, but it's like she's a tech nerd. Now all of a sudden she put the suit on and she just going all out with the training in her. She got the training and all that stuff. Then at the end, man, she just was beating the hell out of Namor, a seasoned veteran. The final fight, she beat the shit out of him. I wasn't feeling that. Then another thing, he do best when he not on land. Why the ocean was right behind him? Why ain't he take the battle back to the ocean where he had more power? It was one of them things. And there's like, when he said when Umar said that it's a war on black masculinity, I believe that. In film, I believe that. Because this right here, when I was watching it, I kept thinking about the Woman King. The Woman King was trash to me. I mean, it really pissed me off with the fakeness and just the way they was doing it. I wasn't feeling it. But he was dead on with that assumption right there. Besides, what's his name? M'Buku and his, what was they, the Jabaris? Where was the Wakandan men at? All the warriors was women. And yeah, they had skills and all that stuff, but I mean, some hand-to-hand combat up close, a man will overpower them. That's why they was getting tore up. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't feeling like no men in Wakanda at all. There was no men to combat Namor at all in the ranks of the defense. And then like when they came and assaulted the city, it was like nobody knew what to do. Yeah, they fought against Thanos people and all that stuff in the other movies, like in Endgame and all that. And they was fighting in Wakanda, but it seemed like they was better equipped to fight aliens than they was somebody on their own soil. And that war was supposed to be before Namor. So wouldn't you think they would have some type of defenses and everybody would be trained a little bit more better after that last onslaught they suffered? I'm not feeling. I just don't like, I mean, no men. Men are conquerors. There was no men in the ranks to go and, besides your boy, what's his name? M'Buku. And he ain't even really from their tribe. Man, it was just all messed up around the board. You take the male aspect of Black Panther out. I still don't understand that. Yeah, they probably might say, excuse me, they probably might say, oh, well, I mean, he only had one sister and it, that was kind of foul. It's kind of fake. That's like, the way I liken that is like this. Captain America's a white dude, right? Imagine Captain America dying, and all of a sudden, his little sister is Captain America. And she beating up like superheroes, like just, oh, man, no. Another thing he said, and I was really feeling this. He said symbolism matters. In a way, it made Wakanda look weak. It was no black men that defend them. None. besides your boy, nobody was trained, and all the women was the warriors. It took me back to Woman King. I'm like, this is trash right here. The queen died. He said the queen died. And he said all of his family members was dying. I felt that too. You know, I mean, I don't really dwell on it like that. But I mean, my biggest issues is they didn't make Namor. I mean, they didn't make Submariner or Namor, if you want to call him, who he really was, for some unknown reason. And I know it can't just be a movie scene the way they was drilling and found it. They could have did that in Antarctica. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they made him like that. You know, Latino, and I have no problem with, you know, him being Latino or anything like that. I just don't understand why they didn't stick with the script. And I see why it caused a lot of debate. You know, was it a good movie to watch? Yeah, but I mean, from an older mindset of being involved in the comics and seeing it, a lot of it didn't make sense. And I just don't like how they just made it contradicted the first Wakanda with the vibranium making them look special and be special, to now all of a sudden it's another civilization that is doing the same thing. And then this is the thing I ain't like too. Like I said, there wasn't no men fighting except Mbuka, right? And his people. As the men. When you looked at the Atlanteans or the Tulacans, when you looked at them, they had women in their ranks handling things. And I'm like, something ain't right here. But I mean, as far as the screenplay and all that stuff, it was good. I mean, special effects was good and all that. Would I go see it again? No. I mean, if it ever come on TV, it's like one of the movies where it's really good to look at. The special effects and everything was really good. But I mean, I just question the narrative of the movie and just how it made men look. And also, I don't get the situation of Submariner being Hispanic. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no problem with Hispanic folk. I have no problem with women. But I mean, the way it was, man, and the way they made it, it was just fake all the way around. I couldn't deal with it. Was the movie racist? No, but I think it did have a hidden agenda in it. And I think it was targeted towards black masculinity. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the early 70s. The way I think, my thought pattern, things I've seen is different. So a lot of younger people might be like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about, or he might this or that. Listen, we all think according to how we come up. And I mean, that right there was major league trash to me. But anyway, man, I'm Stock Market Steve. Like I said, I agree with some of the stuff he said. Was it racism? Nah, I don't think it was racism. I just think they, you know, changed the narrative of the movie for that one scene when he was drilling right there, but they could have did that in Antarctica. You know, and I think it was kind of like they were trying to give a different twist, but I think it backfired. But all in all, man, if you want to go see it, I mean, I already told most of the story. But yeah, like I said, man, I agree with what he said. I mean, I don't agree with a lot of what he said, you know, what he says, but he was spot on this, and I had to give him his props. So I just wanted to make this video. But listen, as always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment, man. Tell me how y'all felt about the movie, because I mean, I'm hearing a lot of people is upset about it. You know, I mean, there ain't really no reason to get upset or get depressed or claim racism. I don't think it is. You know, maybe I'm not thinking, you know, the way a lot of other people are. Not a big deal to me. But I mean, my biggest thing with it is like the Woman King, how it made men look a certain way. And I don't like that, you know. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Happy holidays.